day that Joey and his family moved into the new house was a busy day for all of them. The moving had begun early one Saturday morning. Joey helped his father carry many things into the house. The moving men had helped too, and now that they had finished, they had to be paid. Helping people to move was their job. There was much work to do, and everyone was helping. Their new neighbors helped, too. Mrs. Green lived just across the street. She had brought sandwiches and lemonade for Joey and his family. Now, Mother wouldn't have to make lunch. Mrs. Green was a good, helpful neighbor. With so many people sharing the work, moving wasn't very hard at all. The only person who wasn't helping was Joey's little sister, Bonnie. Joey knew that Bonnie was too small to help. Then Father called from upstairs, "Where's my helper?" This was a day when helpers were needed. But when Joey and his family finished moving, would they still need helpers? After this, won't they be able to get everything they need themselves? We won't want helpers anymore, thought Joey. Do you think he was right? Then Joey heard someone calling from outside. It was the newspaper boy. He wanted to know if Joey's family wanted to subscribe to the newspaper. Joey said he'd find out. Father said yes, and he thought Joey should go outside and tell the newspaper boy. "Yes," said Joey, "you can bring us your newspaper." Joey's family got a newspaper every day where they used to live. Now they would get one every day again. A newspaper with news and recipes and the funnies and other things that everyone in Joey's family enjoyed. "I will help you know what's going on in the world," said the newspaper boy. Well, thought Joey, the newspaper boy is a helper we want to come to our house every day. But we won't need any other helpers, Joey thought. Then someone said, "Hello." It was the mailman. "Welcome to our town," he said. "What's your family's name?" Joey told him and asked if there was any mail for them. None of this mail was for them, but someday soon there would be mail for Joey and his family. Now Joey knew that the mailman was another helper who would come to his house. People depend on the mailman to bring the mail. Well, Joey had found two helpers who were important to him and his family. Do you think there are any more? Then Joey heard some sounds. Where were they coming from? In front of his house, a milk truck was parked. But where was the driver? Joey went looking, and around and back of his house, there was the milkman. Joey's mother said the milkman would start bringing them milk and things made from milk. He is another helper who comes to our house. Well, thought Joey, I was wrong. There certainly are many people we want to help us. And there were more. Men taking away the garbage from all the houses. They help to keep our houses clean and healthy. The garbage men are helpers we really need. So, Joey went to his father and asked whether the garbage men would come to their house. That reminded Father that he would have to make arrangements for the garbage men to start coming. Then Joey told about the other helpers he had seen and talked to. Many helpers were going to come to their house. That's what Joey told his father. After that, many helpers did come to Joey's house. One of the first was the serviceman, who put up the antenna for the television set, so Joey and his family could watch their favorite programs. Another helper who came to their house very soon was the man who put in the telephone so Joey's family could talk to their friends. And of course, they could use the telephone to call other helpers when they needed them. They called the plumber when the faucet on the kitchen sink started to leak, and the plumber fixed it. Yes, Joey was glad that people who knew how to do special jobs would come to help his family. Around town, Joey saw many people driving in trucks who helped the families in the community. These trucks came from different stores. There was a bakery shop which sold all sorts of good things to eat and delivered them to the homes in the community. There was a department store where people could buy many different kinds of things. And the men who delivered these things were real helpers to the families of the community. Some of the high school boys earned money by delivering groceries to people's homes. They did this after school and on Saturdays. They were helpers too. Another helper was the man who came and took away the soiled clothes and then brought them back all clean and fresh. Then there were the men who delivered oil to Joey's house. Oil that they would burn in the furnace to keep them warm during the winter. The firemen were helpers too. Of course, the people hoped the firemen would never have to come to their houses. But it was good to know they were ready to come if they were needed. As the days passed, Joey became friends with many of the helpers who came to his house. The milkman brought fresh milk and cream and eggs. The newspaper boy delivered a paper every day. The mailman brought mail to all the houses. And the garbage men came to all the houses. So Joey learned how everybody in the community depends on many helpers to do things for them. Joey and his family lived in their house and were helped by the helpers who came to their house. Then one day, "Look," said Joey, and Father said, "Look." Another new family was moving into their neighborhood. Joey and his family were going to see if they could help the new family move in. Joey's father said, "We are new here too. You'll like it here, just as we do." And Joey had something special to tell the new boy. Joey told him all about the helpers who came to his house and who would also come to the new boy's house. Which helpers did Joey tell him about? Do you know? Which helpers come to your house?